Hey guys, how's it going? Today on this episode of Storytime, I'm going to tell you about the time I got ran over. So this was going back to when I was probably around about 18 or so. We were at my mate's house party and we're having a good time, but then we get kicked out of there and we had to move to someone else's house. So we actually ended up going to my ex-girlfriend's house. My girlfriend at the time, now ex-girlfriend. Majority of us walked around there because it was literally just around the corner, but one of our mates had actually driven to the house, so she drove round to my girlfriend's house. So we get to the house and I'm walking into the driveway. Jacqueline behind me starts rolling forward with the car into the driveway, and I decide to be, the joker that I was at that time, and I stuck my ass out in front of the car, expecting her to just kind of just hit me and bump me and stop. She did, but she didn't stop. My foot goes right underneath the front wheel, and I didn't really notice anything particularly wrong. I just thought, oh my god, my foot's underneath the wheel. I'm gonna break my leg, I'm gonna break my foot, I'm gonna be, not be able to drum for ages. That was all going through my mind in that split second. And then the next thing I know, I'm chewing dirt in next door's garden. What was funny is the fact my best mate at the time is laughing his head off. He thinks it's absolutely brilliant. My girlfriend at the time, she's kind of laughing as well, but the driver, Jacqueline, she was distraught. You should have seen the look on her face. She thought like that was the friendship over, that I was gonna hate her and all this kind of stuff. It was my own fault, but I still to this day love teasing her about it. Now, a slight twist to this story is that at the time, Jacqueline was actually a nurse. So we got into the house, she got my leg propped up on the table, and as soon as she took my sock off, she realised that it was broken. It's already started kind of turning a funny colour. And she knew straight away, but she was so overwhelmed with guilt is that she didn't really want me to know that it was broken. So she just kind of lied and was like, oh no, it's just bruised, it's fine, it's no problem at all, it's no problem. So then I spent the rest of that night, while everyone else is getting shit-faced and having a good time, and I'm sat in the house, bored out of my mind. So I decided to go to bed early. Next morning comes, and my foot has swollen up. It's now turning black, and I'm thinking, something's not quite right here. But at the time, I was very young and naive. I didn't know, I'd never broken anything before. I didn't know what it was like. I didn't know what things happened. I didn't know what colour stuff turned. I just thought it was bruised. So I kind of just got on with it. And my foot was obviously hurting quite a lot. So I got home, and I actually wanted to kind of protect Jacqueline, because I didn't really want my parents thinking that, I hang around with people that end up getting your bones broken and stuff like that. So I protected her by saying that at the house party, I'd got it trapped in a door, that someone had fallen on the other side of the door, and it had closed on my foot. It kind of fit, the story and the lie kind of fit, and I think my mum actually bought it. For a long time she bought it. She knows the truth now. I eventually owned up to it, but I kind of got away with it for a long time, and she bought it. But then my mum saw it and thought there was something a bit more untoward. But I was adamant that there was nothing wrong, so we just kind of kept on as we were for a little while. And then I think it was the day after, my mum was adamant that I needed to go to A&E. So we did. We ended up driving all the way up to A&E in Ashton, and I'm sat there and I'm thinking, no, there's nothing wrong. And lo and behold, took me for an x-ray, and yes, my metatarsal had been broken, and they fitted me up with a cast that went all the way up my leg. And I thought, it's just my foot that's broken, why do I need a cast all the way up my leg? But apparently to get the whole thing to sit properly, that's something that you need. So I had that on for about 6 weeks. Now, because my bed was actually up a set of ladders to get to the high top bed, because I had my drum kit underneath, I couldn't get up there. So I actually ended up sleeping downstairs on the fold-out bed for a few weeks, which was actually quite nice. I always quite liked using that bed. Now, as I'm getting the cast on, I actually thought that this was going to be me not being able to drum for 6 weeks. My memory's a little foggy on this part. I'm sure that one of my friends will be able to correct me on this. I don't think we had any gigs in that 6 weeks, which was quite lucky. I think we had something on the edge of it. I was hoping that I was going to be, better again by then, like my foot was going to have healed and that everything was going to be fine. But the problem was that in the lead up to a gig, you have to practice, and I really wanted to practice. So we're at the studio, not this studio, back then we were at Duke Street, original Duke Street, which was kind of like an old school. There was a school attached to it, but then it was an offset building. I absolutely loved those days. That's actually where my original band Revival started, was in there. So we have a lot of fond memories in there. So we're at practice there. Because of the weight of the cast, I actually ended up getting better at my double bass. I got a little faster, a little bit more consistent, and I thought, there's something to this. It wasn't until much later that I actually found out that that's an actual thing, that you can actually put ankle weights on, and it makes you a lot faster. It brings up your stamina, your leg muscles, all that kind of stuff. Gene Hoglan is an absolute monster for that, so go check that out. But that was actually a really interesting time, because out of something really stupid and, you know, again, a drunken, stupid accident came me getting better at double bass. And again, like I said before, to this day, I still like to tease Jacqueline about her running me over and stuff like that. She still gets a little upset about it, but it's all good fun now. So I don't actually hold her responsible. I just like to play on it a little bit. But since then, I haven't actually broken any more bones in my body, touch wood. And I don't plan on doing anytime soon. I think the nearest I came to breaking another one of my bones was actually when I was skateboarding. I did a bit of a flip, landed completely wrong. My foot kind of hit the side of the board and then went sideways, and my ankle swelled up. And I genuinely thought I'd broken like my ankle or something, but I got lucky that day. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you've got some stories, either just some drunken disorderly stuff or music related, whatever it is, drop them in the comment sections below and maybe I'll read some out in a future episode. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.